Minecraft 1.19 arrived here a few months ago, and with it came some more features and new mobs. But in this occasion I want to talk about a particular mob, the frog. We're talking about the second amphibian added to this game, which allows us for new possibilities. So let's see some of its characteristics, where to find them, and what we can do with them. So let's begin. To find them we might have to travel a little, and for the time being we can find them on two biomes. The first one is an old biome, the swamp. And these spawn on groups ranging from 2 to 5 members. And the second biome is the mangrove biome, one that was added in 1.19. As you can see, this mob has two ways of traveling. The first one is walking, the second one is jumping, apparently about 6 blocks in height. Unlike the goats, when falling, they suffer 10 damage less than every other mob. And the third one is swimming, which is actually faster than walking for them. But how do we obtain more frogs? Well, the key is determining what they eat. The predetermined food for this mob is the slime ball. And as you can see, if we hold a slime ball on our hand, they will follow us. Well, the way to breed them is actually very simple. You take 2 of these, feed them with a slime ball, and as you can see they enter in love mode, and as soon as they breed, one of them will head towards the nearest water block. And you will see that in the top of the water block, they will lay a frog spawn, or the frog eggs. About 5 minutes later, the frog spawn will hatch. And anything from 2 to 6 tadpoles will emerge from these eggs. After this, it will take some time before they turn into frogs. But if you come here and you take the predetermined food, the slime ball, and feed them, you can accelerate this process. They won't turn immediately, but the path to adulthood will be much shorter. But of course, while they are in the tadpole phase, you can take a bucket of water and take these tadpoles to another place. And after a short time, these tadpoles will turn into an adult frog. One consideration to have with the tadpoles is that within the Minecraft code, a tadpole is a different mob from the frog. And these need water to be alive. So while remaining in air, they will suffocate. While the adult frog is able to survive on both ambients, air and water. About their behavior, adult frogs tend to hop on lily pads and on drip leaf. But once we have tadpoles on our inventory, what can we do with them? Well, raise them. By their temperature, every biome in Minecraft are classified within 3 categories: cold, warm, and temperate biomes. And depending on which of these categories the tadpole turns into a frog, it will lead towards the correct variety of frog. As we saw in the swamps, these orange frogs appear on the temperate climates. These white, grayish frogs appear on warm climates. And finally, the third variety of frog appear on cold climates, which does not spawn naturally. So we bring the tadpoles onto these biomes. We can feed them to accelerate the process of growing, and when turning into an adult frog, they will turn into the green variety, on the cold climates. So make sure to find a cold biome, and you can obtain this rare variety of frog. But do these varieties of frog have a functionality, or are they just for decoration? Well, yes, they actually have a functionality. A feature that was to be added is that frogs will be able to eat fireflies in the swamps. But because Mojang discovered that fireflies are actually toxic to frogs, they removed this feature. So instead, small slime monsters are prey to these animals. Of course, this slime has to be a small one. Because in the case of a medium-sized one, nothing happens. And of course even less with a large one. The second mob on their menu is one that is very alike the slime monster. The magma cube. And yes, each time a frog eats a magma cube, an item is dropped. The froglight. What you are seeing in my hand is the ochre froglight. And depending on the variety of frog that is the magma cube, we can obtain a different color of froglight. For the orange frog we can obtain the ochre froglight. For the green one we obtain the verdant variety. And for the grey frog we obtain the pearlescent froglight. Relative to frogs, 3 advancements were added to the game. The first one is when you capture a tadpole. Bucket bucket. If we take some leads and we leash the 3 varieties of frogs, we obtain the advancement when the squad hops into town. And finally, when we obtain the 3 varieties of froglight, we obtain the advancement with our powers combined. Finally, I want to give some advices when breeding frogs, especially with tadpoles. The first one is being careful of them not running out of water, because they will suffocate really fast. The other thing is that this is a really weak mob. With only 5 HP, they die really quickly. Unfortunately, the tadpole is one of these other mobs who is on another mob's menu, the axolotl. When on sight, the axolotl will attack until it is dead. Turns our cutest predator into probably what is the most diverse predator in Minecraft. So other than froglight, this mob doesn't actually give us anything else. But it is a cool mob to be added, and I really like it. This has been Big Brother 161, and remember, I will be watching.